Hello, dear students. I hope you are safe and healthy. I'm back again with another course. This time it's going to be about psycholinguistics. So this is the first lesson, as you can see. And in this first lesson, we're going to introduce psycholinguistics. So basically, as the name suggests, it is a subject which links psychology and linguistics. So it is both disciplines here. So we have psychology and linguistics. That is why it is called an interdisciplinary in nature. Okay, so it is interdisciplinary in nature in the sense that we have psychology and linguistics, and it is studied by people in a variety of fields such as psychology, cognitive science, and linguistics. So it is an area of study which draws insights from linguistics and psychology and focuses upon the comprehension and production of language. So the main topics in psycholinguistics are language comprehension and language production. In other words, psycholinguistics is the study of the language processing mechanisms. So it studies the mechanisms that are involved in language processing. So psycholinguistics deals with mental processes a person uses in producing and understanding language. So the mental processes that are involved in language comprehension and language uh, production. It is concerned with the relationship between language and the human mind. So for example, how word, sentence, and discourse meaning are represented and computed in the mind. How words and their meaning, how sentences and their meaning, discourse, their meaning are computed in the mind. So essentially, psycholinguistics is the study of language as it relates to the human mind. Okay, so some scholars see psycholinguistics as the study of how language influences and is influenced by the human mind. So for some scholars, psycholinguistics see that it is about that psycholinguistics is about so there is this mutual influence between human mind and language. These are some of the definitions that we're going to see today about psycholinguistics. So we have H. in 1990 defines psycholinguistics as the study of language and the mind, which aims to model the way the mind works in relation to language. So, as you have seen since the beginning, it is about language and the mind, and how, for example, the mind works in relation to language, or the other way around. So, according to this definition, anything the mind does in relation to language is psycholinguistics. Okay. Again, H. in 1990 also claims that psycholinguists attempt to study the language of humans in laboratory uh, environment have proven unrealistic. What does this mean? It means that it is obvious that language is a social phenomenon which needs to be observed beyond the walls of laboratory. Okay, so uh, studying language or human language in laboratories doesn't reveal doesn't okay it doesn't reveal much. Okay, there is nothing you can prove by studying human mind or language or human language in laboratories. However, if you study it, I mean, beyond these walls of laboratory, that is, you study it in society, okay, because language is social phenomenon, so it needs to be studied and observed, not in laboratory, but in real life, in society. To Hawkins, 1994, the internal processing is an important means of unraveling the means unraveling the means content in a linguistic context. This means that human psychology retains its important position in human communication process. So it is about uh, meaning in context. Vygotsky in 1962 actually asserts that communication with language only makes meaning in relation to deciphering the communicative intentions of the speaker. Okay, so language, if you want to study language, you should study it uh, in a relation to the speaker of the language, because a language is only symbols once, if you don't relate it to the intentions of the speaker. Okay, so when you hear language, you hear symbols, but the meaning of those words and sentences and phrases and whatever the speaker utters is deciphered when you relate it to the speaker's intentions. So this essentially refers to the psychological basis of language language used by both speaker and hearer. This is it for today for the introduction of psycholinguistics. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it is very beneficial for you, and see you in the next video.